Right now, there's a 72% chance your email is sitting in a hacker's database. Not because you got hacked, because some random forum you joined in 2015 stored your password in plain text. Here's what actually happens. Hackers don't break into one site at a time. They breach a weak target, grab millions of credentials, then use bots to test those same email password combos across Netflix, Gmail, your bank, everything. It's called credential stuffing, and it works because most people reuse passwords. Okay, so let's rewind. What actually happens during a data breach? Think of it like this. Imagine a company's database is a filing cabinet in an office building. The breach isn't someone smashing through the front door with a crowbar. It's finding an unlocked window in the basement that nobody knew existed. Maybe it's an old admin panel that still uses the default password. Maybe it's an employee who clicked a phishing email. Once they're inside, they don't steal the filing cabinet. They photograph every document and walk out. The company doesn't even know they've been robbed until weeks later when those photos show up for sale on the dark web. Here's the thing. They're not after your password. They're after the hash. When you create an account, good websites don't store your actual password. They run it through a mathematical blender called a hashing algorithm. Your password, summer2015, becomes something like 5F4D CC3B5A765D61D8327DEB882CF99. It's a one-way street. You can't reverse that gibberish back into the original password. But here's the problem. If I know your password is summer 2015, I can run it through the same blender and get the same hash. So hackers steal millions of these hashes, then use rainbow tables, pre-computed lists of common passwords and their hashes, to crack them in seconds. Now, smart companies add salt. No, really, that's what it's called. Before hashing your password, they add random characters to it. So summer2015 becomes summer2015 times 7K9MQ2 before it gets hashed. Every user gets a different salt, so even if two people use the same password, their hashes look completely different. It's like adding a unique serial number to every document before you photograph it. Suddenly, those rainbow tables are useless because they don't have pre-computed hashes for summer 2015 exclamation point times 7K9MQ2. But here's the catch. Not every company does this. And some companies that do salt still use weak hashing algorithms that can be cracked with enough computing power. So what happens to all this stolen data? It ends up on dark web marketplaces. Think eBay for criminals. Databases are sold in bulk. The 2013 Adobe breach? 153 million accounts sold for like $2. The Yahoo breach? 3 billion accounts. Hackers don't even use most of this data themselves. They sell it to other hackers who specialize in credential stuffing. It's an assembly line. One crew breaks in and steals. Another crew cracks the hashes. A third crew tests the credentials across thousands of sites. And a fourth crew drains your bank account or sells access to your Netflix. Everyone gets a cut. But wait, how do they test millions of credentials across thousands of sites without getting caught? Bots. Automated scripts that can try 10,000 login attempts per second, rotating through different IP addresses so they don't trigger rate limits. It's like having an army of robots trying every key on every lock in the city simultaneously. Most sites have defenses, CAPTCHAs, rate limiting, device fingerprinting. But hackers just rent botnets of compromised computers to spread the load. Your grandma's infected laptop might be trying to log into your bank account right now without her even knowing. Here's what makes this terrifying. It's not just about losing your Netflix account. Once hackers access your email, they can reset passwords for everything. Your email is the master key to your digital life. They'll search your inbox for bank statements, tax documents, crypto wallet recovery phrases. They'll impersonate you to your contacts in phishing attacks. And if you're a high-value target, a developer with access to company systems, an executive with insider info, they'll sell access to corporate espionage groups or ransomware gangs. One weak password on one forgotten forum can cascade into losing your life savings or your company getting ransomed. So what do you actually do? 3 things. 1. Use a password manager. Let it generate random 20-character passwords for every site. 2. Enable two-factor authentication everywhere. Even if hackers have your password, they can't get past the second factor. And 3. Check if you've been breached at haveibeenpwned.com. If your email shows up, change passwords on those sites immediately. The harsh truth? You can't prevent breaches. But you can make sure that when the site you joined in 2015 gets hacked, the damage stops there. But there's one piece we skipped over, that second factor in two-factor authentication. How does your phone prove it's really you? How does that 6-digit code actually work? And why can't hackers just intercept it? That's a whole other rabbit hole involving time-based algorithms and shared secrets, and we're going down it next.